You're in Braves country. Drink like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and flat out deceived.
Why did you get so drunk?
You got drunk. I'm just really exhausted.
What's in that cup?
Rum and Cokes?
Do you have any idea how important this is? We're trying to save the pub call. Really? This is what you're doing? This is what you're doing?
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lam, ding-dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Swung line drive left field. 1 run is in. Here comes Reed. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to 1 strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture, our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Play ball!
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
All right, you guys, let's listen up. We won a game yesterday. And if we win one today, that's 2 in a row. We win one tomorrow, that's called a winning streak. It has happened before. So let's see some hustle. Let's jack it up a little. I got a feeling things are about to turn around for us.
Out of beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live as the Braves are on the road. We're set to bring you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside, get set for what should be a great day on Braves Country Radio. We'll go through the lineups today as the game moves along. Put your click in the chat, slap that like, and let's get ready, Braves Country. We'd like to thank everybody for choosing Braves Country Radio, and a special thanks to all the country club members. Please like on your way in and subscribe, set those alerts, and share Braves Country Radio to help build the crowd so we can continue to bring you the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves Baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation is in its 5th season of bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 170 Atlanta Braves ball games. Please like and subscribe today. Join the Country Club. Thank you to all the Country Club members. You help support Braves Country Radio.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Welcome in, Braves Country, and thank you for the channel support, PETA, as we are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Hit the roll call real quick. Can't scroll all the way to the top because there's a lot of junk at the top where people are just saying hi, 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 hi. So we'll go about halfway through. Let me see who we got here. I saw Braden and Liam and Timmy. There's John, Braves Country Club member. Of course, we got Royal PETA up in the house. Mets Bullies. You would leave it to a Mets fan to not know when the game is. Jameson Taylor. Liam Jackson. Green Bay Packer. Fans of the Green Bay Packer. Country Club member. Who else do we have in here? Justin Green. B.A. Baracus, Country Club member. 522 Freedom Country Club member. We've also got Keith Williams and Gary McCoy. And who else do we have in here? Kay is here. Tree Country Club member. You got to burn that tree early today, Doug. See if we got anybody else. Kenneth Clark. I think that's everybody. Starting to think Edward Spry gave up on this team. I haven't seen him in a while. We'll be back in a second. Pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. I know it's an early start. Appreciate those who have jumped in already. Jason Up and Adams, I don't think I saw you earlier. Good to see you. We'll be back in a flash. If I missed anybody, just jumping into the chat. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball, no more measles, and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
You're in Braves country.
Good afternoon, Braves Country. You want to know the quick lines on here? I think I forgot to do pick to clicks and everything yesterday. We got so busy with the trade deadline stuff. Let me see real quick. I'll give you a pick to click. We'll go with the Ice House. He's 3 for 9 lifetime versus Singer with 2 home runs. So we'll go with the Ice House. See how not many of them have seen, not many of the Reds have seen Bryce Elder, which is a little surprising. Lux is 1 for 2, Steer is 1 for 2, Fraley 1 for 3, Benson 0 for 2, that's really surprising, and Cabrian Hayes is 2 for 8. The rest of the lineup has not seen him. Today in the starting lineup, real quick, we'll run them down. You got Jerickson Profar leading off in left field for your Atlanta Braves in the top of the first inning. Matt Olson batting second, playing first. Austin Riley batting third, playing third. Drake Baldwin is behind the plate and batting cleanup. Smurf getting the day off as Marcell Ozuna will be your designated hitter and batting fifth. Patrolling center field and batting sixth, Michael Harris the second. Ozzie Albies is at second and batting seventh. Eli White, little surprised they didn't give Jared Kelenic a start here with the right-hander on the mound in a day game after a night game, but they're going to put Eli out there. I'm starting to think that Snicker really does not like Kelenic. He's done a few things even right before he went down. I'm starting to think that he's just not his favorite player, and he's not going to put him out there unless he's forced to. Nick Allen is batting ninth and at shortstop. Elder on the bump today. He's 4-7 with a horrific 6.29 ERA and a 1.61 WHIP. Singer is 8-8 with a 4.60 ERA and a 1.33 WHIP. Pretty respectable numbers. He's a much better pitcher at home than he is on the road, so the Braves may be up against it today. He's got 109 innings pitched and 101 strikeouts. Elder, by the way, has given up 17 home runs in just 87 innings. There's a good chance a couple of them leave the yard today. Batting for the Cincinnati Reds in the bottom of the first, it'll be Lux as the designated hitter, McClain at second, Ellie De La Cruz at short, Marte in right, Steer at first, Fraley in left, Trevino behind the plate, Benson is batting eighth, and in center, and Brian Hayes once again is in the 9 spot, and he will be manning the Keystone Corner, the newly acquired from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Hope you all are having a great day here in Braves country. Sun is shining bright. Check the weather for tomorrow because there was a big threat of rain in Bristol tomorrow. But it looks like it's going to pass just in time. Maybe a delay, but considering the way it normally works, you would think the weather's going to get through just before. So it looks like we're good to go for the Bristol race. I mean, that's the one thing they didn't think of. I was watching some stuff today where they were talking about they've been there for 35 days building that facility. And we are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves, waiting for the 3D to kick in. Hopefully it doesn't jump on you this time. And the first pitch on the way from Brady Singer is right there for a strike. It's 0-1, the 0-1. Misses off the plate, 1-1. 1-1 count. Goes back to work. Flips a slider there on the outer edge, 1-2. The 1-2. 92 miles an hour, high and out of the zone. 2-2. So a 2-2 count. And Singer, he is working fast. Down and in, swing and a miss, strike 3. I mean, he reminds me of Jesse Chavez when he first came onto the scene after the pitch clock. We saw him in spring training, and he was just grabbing the ball and flipping it, grabbing the ball and flipping it. That's essentially what Singer's doing here to start the game. I don't remember him doing that in the past, but maybe it's something he's gone to. Matt Olson, your batter, first pitch on the way. Slider right there at the bottom of the zone. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. He took a weird stumble off that last pitch versus Profar's, the 0-1 outside wide, 0-2. Keeps patting the mound, so that might slow him down a little bit. He's just playing catch back there so far. The 0-2 count. Kicks and fires. Swing, chops a foul. We'll do it again. Braves nothing, Reds nothing. Getting going here in the top of the first inning, excuse me. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Over under today was 9.5. The Reds, last time I saw, they were a slight favorite on the money line. Still don't think people have caught up to the fact that the Braves just aren't a great baseball team this year. First pitch on the way to Riley's up top for they call that a high strike. It's 0-1. Your home plate umpire today is Lance Barksdale. Is the 0-1 swing and a miss. Man, Riley, I don't know if he's had his first cup of coffee or not. He swung at that thing like, what the hell? That thing was well off the plate. The 0-2 count. Righty-righty matchup. Thank you for the support, Jason Adams. Up and Adams. The 0-2. Man, that sinker hit the edge, and Lance Barksdale did not give it to him. 1-2. Barksdale, he is one of the more frustrating umpires in Major League Baseball. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Brady Singer struck out the side. We might be in for a long one here. Let's get him out of the game. We'll be back in a flash. Bryce Elder grabs the ball.
How did the hamburger introduce his new girlfriend to his parents? Meet Patty.
There There's some dirty crack whore in the alley blowing the busboy from the restaurant down the street. This is exactly why we need that dog.
You look bad. Really, really bad.
What? Yeah, is that your shirt or my shirt?
You look fat as
Okay, I'm getting very concerned with the integrity of our organization here. You have gained, 50 pounds of fat. Mass. Fat. Muscle. Let's be clear, fat. We're becoming the gross crew. The gross crew? The gross crew, and I don't like that. I don't want that, all right? So if we're gonna have this woman hanging around, then we gotta clean her up or something.
I tell you what if we took a pretty woman and threw it Roxy's way?
Hey. A pretty woman?
Uh-huh.
That was a bullshit movie. People don't change like that.
People change? Look at me. I went from a tiny twink to the muscle-bound freak you see before you. If you're gonna chime in, please don't do it with a mouthful of burrito. This is a chimichanga. You are becoming a chimichanga!
After his dream season in 1980, George Brett had high hopes for a huge follow-up the following year. But with the 1981 campaign interrupted by a mid-season strike, his production would end up dropping off.
We did a Sports Illustrated cover leading into the season, and then we had the strike in 1981, and then they redid that exact same cover, except on the second one it said, "Here we go again."
All of a sudden they gave you 50 days off in the middle of the season. I didn't want to come back, and my performance showed.
Brett would hit just 6 home runs, but still manage a .314 batting average. Still, an injury late in the season, by now a familiar twist in the story, would leave his frustration boiling over with the press.
I'm pissed. I might have a broken frickin' ankle. The last thing in the world you want is some frickin' guy taking your picture going to the hospital. And he kept taking them, so I swung my crutch at him and knocked the camera out of his hand.
Please like and subscribe today, youtube.com/@BravesCountry. Bryce Elder stands on the bump. He fires the first pitch, sinker down and away. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Gavin Lux, the batter. 1-0. Down and in, 2-0. So the first 2 pitches missed the zone. Uh-oh. Righty-lefty. Elder goes back to work. The 2-0 pitch. Swing! That ball's ripped into right field and down for a base hit. The Cincinnati Reds have the leadoff runner on with nobody out. Top of the order, nobody out, and McLean will step to the box. This is game 1 of a doubleheader, Freaky Friday double feature today. We will join the Cubs-Orioles in progress after this one. First pitch to Elder, from Elder to McLean is down and in. It's 1-0. We'll go ahead and pull the screen back because Lux will take off if given the chance. The 1-0. Pop back foul. 1-1. 1-1 count. Braves defense left to right, just like last night. Profar, Harris, and Eli. Around the horn, it's Riley, Allen, Ozzie, and Olsen. Drake, Baldwin behind the plate. 1-1's in the dirt, 2-1. 2-1 count. Bryce Elder brings it. Floats a slider in up there, 2-2. What you'll see from Bryce Elder today, we didn't get a chance to do it with Singer. He struck out the side so quick, but it's going to be mainly a 2-pitch mix of sinker slider. He throws those 2 at a combined 80% of the time. It's the 2-2 swing. Line drive to Ozzie, flips it back over to first. Almost got the runner, but Lux dives back in safely. He throws that 2-pitch mix of sinker slider almost right even with the 80%. 42 for the sinker, 38% for the slider. And then a dead split the rest of the time, 20%. He's been doing this pretty consistently all year. Change up in the 4 seam come in at 10% apiece. Bryce Elder, the big Texan, fires in the first pitch to Ellie De La Cruz. It's a home run. Elder played his college ball for the Texas Longhorns, was drafted by the Braves in the 5th round in the 2020 draft. And if you remember, that was the draft where you only had 5 rounds. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. That was 5 rounds because of the pandemic. After that, collective bargaining agreement ended up turning it into 20 rounds now. We used to have about 60. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. Before that, for those that may not know or remember this, dating back into the 80s and 90s and whatnot, you could just draft as long as you wanted to. As long as you're willing to pay a guy to come in, you could just keep drafting. So sometimes the draft would end and teams would just keep drafting. It's essentially like inviting them to camp, but they would get first dibs. The 1-2 fouls back, do it again. So the rich would get richer because teams like the Dodgers and the Yankees and whatnot, they would just keep drafting in the hopes that they hit pay dirt in the very back end of the draft. 1-2 count. Swing, chops it over to second. Ozzie shovels it to second. And they're going to get De La Cruz on a double play. That surprises me. That was a slow developing double play, and they got De La Cruz, one of the fastest in the game. I didn't get the over and see if he stumbled or something, but man, that's surprising.
How come the Hulk doesn't lose his pants every time he transforms? Is it because the experiment altered his genes?
December 7th, 1941, a day that will live in infamy, the Japanese launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, drawing the United States into World War II. At the time, the U.S. was still semi-neutral, and Japan, desperate for oil and natural resources, was blocked from getting them by the U.S., so they aimed to remove the U.S. Pacific Fleet in one bold stroke. At 6:10 a.m. Hawaiian time, 6 Japanese carriers launched 353 planes with 5 midget submarines in a 2-wave assault that devastated the American fleet. The attack sank or damaged 17 ships, including 8 battleships, destroyed 188 aircraft, and killed 2,403 Americans, while Japan lost 29 planes, 5 submarines, and 60 men. But the attack was so much bigger than most Americans realize. Today we acknowledge Pearl Harbor, but because of the international dateline, it was December 8th in Tokyo, and as dawn marched west across the Pacific, within just hours, beginning with Pearl Harbor, Japan attacked by land, sea, and air Wake Island, Guam, the Philippines, Hong Kong, Thailand, and Malaya.
Hi y'all, it's time for Appalachian Word of the Day. The word of the day is pasteurize. I walked right past your eyes and you didn't even see me.
He did have a couple run-ins with, I think, one of the writer, Mike Fish, wrote about, well, shouldn't you be in bed and rehabbing? Well, I'm not going to rehab at 1 in the morning.
There was a lot going on in George's life, for sure. And he did get hurt a lot. I mean, he really did. There were long stretches of time when you would see an injured George, a slumping George, and it did not look good.
And to make things worse, the combination of his stardom and his struggles had made him a regular target for fans on the road.
It was absolutely brutal. Every on-deck circle you go to, I mean, you just heard hemorrhoid jokes. Stupid jokes that you hear them every single day. You're the butt of everybody's joke, let's face it, and it just gets old. It gets old. Well, up until July 24th, 1983.
Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. First pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin is right off the edge for a ball. It's 1-0, the 1-0. Swung on, fouled down the line. It's 1-1. Yeah, that really surprised me. So for those who couldn't see the double play, the ball was hit to Ozzie, and he shoveled it sideways, pretty good distance. Is the pitch right there? It's 2-1. So a 2-1 count. He shoveled it from about midway through second to second base. He was standing between first and second on the ground ball. There's a 2-1 swing and a miss, 2-2. And Allen got it out of his glove quickly and fired it to first, but Ellie, man, he can fly. I never thought I would see that. The 2-2, swing, slaps it into left field, and the Drake is on. Let's get it cooking, Braves Country.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Kind of reached out on the outer part of the plate. Didn't get much of it, but knocked it over the defense. Good piece of hitting there by Baldwin. Didn't try to pull it or anything, just kind of went with it. What we saw a lot in the spring from Baldwin as the first pitch on the way to Ozuna is right there at the knees. It's 0-1. Singer working very quickly. The infield is back into the left. Huge hole on the right side. The 0-1. Misses 1-1. We'll pull the camera back so you can see the defense back into the left. And Drake with decent speed, but not quite a threat to go. The 1-1 pops it up. Fairly deep into right field, but making the catch is Marte. Man, that almost tricked him. He was fading over and all of a sudden had to accelerate at the last second, catching it just before the foul line in right field. Might have had a misread on that. Either that or the wind was pushing it. We didn't get the wind information today. We went to the site we normally went to, and that was the one game they did not have up. I'm not sure if they had some kind of technical difficulty or what. So we're gauging it off of what we see with the flags today. First pitch on the way to Harris is 85 cutter at the knees. 0-1. Michael Harris is second. On one of his hot streaks. Remember, he did this last year. He was meh. It wasn't as bad as he was this year at the beginning of the year. The 0-1 swing. That ball's hammered into center field. That's down for a base hit. And your Atlanta Braves got something cooking here. Runners on first and second, and one out. Michael Harris the second. Rifles it into the outfield. And the Braves.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike.
2 on and 1 out.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle-dazzle.
That'll bring the number 7 hitter, Ozzie Albies, to the plate. First pitch on the way. Just misses. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Down below the knees outside, 2-0. The 2-0 count. Ozzie Albies trying to get the runners home. First and second, 1 out. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Four-seamer off the edge, 2-1. Standing on deck, Eli White. 2 on, 1 out. The 2-1. Outside wide sinker misses. Ball 3, 3-1. Top of the second, if you're just joining us, 0-0 your score. The 3-1 pitch. Outside wide, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first and keep the line moving.
I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz, and nobody beats me.
Eli White comes to the plate. First pitch on the way. Right there, first strike. It's 0-1. Ducks all over the pond. The 0-1 swing and a miss. 0-2. Eli batting .249 on the year. High scoring game yesterday, 12-11 your final. We might be in store for that again. The 0-2 swing just got a piece of it. Singer's been pretty good, but you never know, especially in Cincinnati. When the weather gets warm, there's a reason why they call the Great American Ballpark the Great American Small Park. That ball will fly if the wind gets kicking. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Chase one well off the plate. Strike 3. Brady Singer will log that in his memory bank. 2 down. That'll bring your number 9 hitter to the plate. Nick Allen, batting .226, 18 RBI. First pitch, swing, chops it foul. Just off the plate, it's 0-1. Allen's batting average has dropped about 14 points in the last couple of weeks. He's batting just .200 in the last 7 games, batting .167 in the last 15 and .207 in the last 30 games. The 0-1. Right there at the knees, 0-2. 0-2 count. Is it too late to have pinch hit for him? I mean, too early to have pinch hit for him? The 0-2. Down and away, 1-2. Bring Sean Murphy to the plate for one swing and then let Luke Williams do the rest. 1-2. Outside wide, 2-2. Braves need to scratch out some runs here. Get every chance you can because a guy like Singer, once he gets settled, he's hard to get to. The 2-2. Swing, pops it up. Lazy fly ball to right. Not even warning track power this time. That'll end the inning. Braves load him up, but then Eli and Allen come to the plate.
What part of my face says, talk to me? None. Absolutely none.
You know what's wrong with some of these younger generations? They're not watching Westerns with their pawpaws on the weekend. They're not watching the Beverly Hillbillies, Green Acres, the Andy Griffith Show with their grandparents. They're uncultured. Go sit your asses on the couch and watch hours of MASH. That'll do you some good.
I'm being financially smart and packing myself a very affordable lunch, PB&J. Okay, so I have finished my packed lunch, and most importantly, I have not spent any money on food today. And I am still starving.
I got my ankles microwaved.
X-ray.
They took my blood away to use for science.
Cholesterol test.
April had her sinuses removed.
Looked at.
Some guy looked at my wiener, touched it. That was weird.
And that guy wasn't even a doctor.
July 24th, 1983, and everybody forgot about it.
July 24th, 1983 began like any other Sunday with an afternoon game in the Bronx, and it looked like it would end quietly, with the Royals trailing by 1, with 2 out and no one on in the 9th.
They want this strikeout, Frank, and I know Del Murray wants it too.
Ground ball, and Smalley cannot get it. Base hit for Washington.
What a big base hit by UL Washington, and the reason for that is because it brings up George Brett.
Well, Billy Martin is on his way out to the mound.
And I assume that it will be Goose Gossage that will be coming into this ballgame.
And I remember that Murray guy, he kind of had the split finger. Oh my God, there's no way I was going to hit that guy. But Goose was the type of guy that I'd like to face in that situation.
And Gossage with the ball.
I remember the first pitch he threw me was a fastball kind of up and away. I hit a foul ball down the left field line that I thought was going to be a home run.
Slicing foul.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way. Pretending to work. Right there, sinker. Down the pipe, it's 0-1. Game 1 of the doubleheader today. After this will be, as the 0-1 smacked up the middle. But Ozzy's right there, backhands it, flips it to first. 4-3 on the putout. One away. Second part of the doubleheader today starts immediately after this game. We're just flipping over to the other link, but we'll catch the Orioles and Cubs in progress, assuming weather. First pitch on the way to Steer is a sinker right down the pipe for strike. It's 0-1. Last 7 starts by Bryce Elder. He has a whopping 10.08 ERA. The 0-1 in the dirt, 1-1. He's thrown 27 innings and 7 starts. 27 innings. Has a whip of 2.35, which is enormous. Basically double of what a good pitcher would have out there. Pitch misses outside wide, 2-1. That's an alarming number. In 7 games, you only have 27 innings pitched. So you're talking about not even averaging 4 innings an outing. The 2-1, hit on the ground over to Allen. He'll flip it to first. 6-3 put out, 2 down. And he's really struggled in the early going, so far so good as we're here in the 2nd inning. He had some traffic on the base paths in the 1st inning, but a solid relay by Ozzie to Allen to Olsen got him out of the early jam. First pitch on the way is a sinker right there. For a strike, it's 0-1. Cubs are taking on the Orioles today. Should be a pretty good pitching matchup. 0-1. Just grabs the outer edge. 0-2. They could change it because of the trade deadline and everything, but as of right now, it's Trevor Rogers, who has an ERA of 1.49 for the Orioles, versus Horton, who has an ERA of 3.67. The 0-2. Up top misses out. 1-2. And then the Orioles are having a down year. They've still got a good offense. That should be a pretty good matchup today. Looking forward to that one. 1-2 count. Down and in, 2-2. On Monday, we have a double dip. After the Braves host the Brewers, it'll be Cardinals-Dodgers. It begins what will routinely be about 2 doubleheaders a week. The 2-2 pops it up high into right field. Coming in, making the catch is Eli, and Bryce Elder takes down the Reds. 1-2-3. Top of the order when we return here in Braves country.
These are some things that I feel like are common experiences people had growing up in Appalachia. Accidentally taking a sip of a drink and you didn't know someone had spit tobacco in it. Your grandma would threaten to spank you with a fly swat. Adults telling you that you're going to go to hell if you don't know Jesus. Going to the flea market on the weekends. Eating honeysuckles.
You don't sit your juice box drinking ass down, Summers. Don't be around this grown folk and beer drinking. What we gonna drink? Chocolate milk? It. I get a half gallon. Nestle Nesquik having ass. I got hair on my ass older than you. Your ass probably can't even get in the bar no how. Better get you a case, come on to the house, challenge accepted. Better not bring none of that Natty Light, Michelob Ultra bull. You want to, we go toe to toe with a mason jar. When the head gets to thumbing, I have Mama lay you down and turn on Nickelodeon for you. When I'm done with it, I make sure she cooks you waffles in the morning. We ain't no damn weekend drinkers around here neither. We get up on Tuesday.
Before the next pitch, I just said, you got to be quick. You just got to be quick. And Goose to this day says, I was trying to hit you in the neck. And I didn't get it in far enough because the ball was up and in.
Just set by Gossage. The pitch deep to right field. Holy cow, I don't believe it. Home run for George Brett.
George! And now the Royals have the 1-run lead.
And I'm crossing home plate, and I vaguely remember seeing Billy Martin up at home plate. And I think he's talking to the umpire to go talk to the pitcher for some reason.
And Billy Martin, he wants to take a look at that bat. Well, that's a little late. I don't believe it.
I'm sitting there, and I'm just minding my own business. I'm going, what are they talking about?
Hey, they might have a point here. Thurman Munson was called out after getting a base hit because there is pine tar above the trademark.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way from Brady Singer to Jurickson Profar. He came out of his shoes. That ball was nowhere near the zone. It's 0-1. The 0-1, high and inside 0-2. Profar not taking too kindly to that strikeout that he went wailing and whiffing at in the first inning. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Tell you what's kind of old school about Singer that I kind of like. I noticed this is different from what I remember him in Kansas City. So I don't know if he did this or if his pitching coach did. But anyways, his windup is really quick. It kind of reminds you of the old school is the 1-2, outside wide 2-2. It kind of reminds you of what you saw a lot like in Little League way back when. It's not a super high leg kick, but it's quick and to the point is the 2-2. Inside, full count. I wonder, I would love to hear his reasoning for it, but I almost wonder if it's because you got all those moving parts coming at a batter like that, it's hard to pick up the ball. The payoff pitch, swing, chops it. It goes off the glove of Singer, pops over the mound. Ellie's got it. He has plenty of time. Profar trying to get down the line, but one away. Hard hit ball went right to Ellie. Profar was busting it out of the gates, but not nearly enough time. Matt Olson steps to the dish. He struck out his first time, too, as Singer struck out the side in the first. First pitch on the way. Swing. That ball's hammered down in the right field. Down for a base hit. Did not get down into the gap, but Matt Olson is on base. Let's go, Braves country!
This is not watered down. This is Ice House.
Ice House.
Smooth as it gets.
First pitch on the way is down and away. Four-seam fastball. It's 1-0. Kicks and fires. Right there for a strike, 1-1. One count. Swing, fouls it back, 1-2. Pitch on the way, check, swing, foul. Do it again. One-two count. Outside wide, 2-2. Pitch high and out of the zone. Full count. So full count to Riley. You got a runner at first. One out. Huge hole on the left side, on the right side, excuse me. The payoff pitch. And brings it. Good Lord. Caught looking strike three, sinker. I mean, right down the middle of the plate, and Riley didn't even flinch. What is going on with this team this year? And for someone to say it's not coaching, there's no way that every one of these guys continue to watch strike three over and over this year, like we've never seen it before. First pitch on the way to Drake is swung on, lifted to center field. Coming in, making the running catch is Benson, and we'll be back in a flash. Braves put one on, but Austin Riley, man, he had the best seat in the house when we returned.
I can talk proper and I can talk ghetto. Both times you heard what the I said. Okay?
Dad, I don't even care. Go away.
Why?
Because you're out here just to do the same you always do. You're going to ask me some stupid question, aren't you?
Yeah.
Or you saw some current event on Google and now I got to answer or make a comment on it.
Yeah.
That's stupid. It's dumb. You do the same thing every time. All your stupid questions are the same. It's redundant.
What? You think I'm beating off to a dead horse?
What did you just say?
What? It was just a metaphor, like killing a bird with two stones.
No, you dude. It's beating a dead horse, you dumb. It's killing two birds with one stone. You're with me right now. You better be. I swear to God, if you're this dumb, I'm gonna lose my. Don't give me that dumb look. I got brain cells frying right now, thinking that you're my son. Just get the out of here with your stupid now. Walk the away.
Just a metaphor, Dad.
Out!
I don't know what I would do, with no more. If I think of no more baseball for me, I don't know what that would be like. That's been it, really.
So long, everybody, from American Family Field here in Milwaukee.
I'm not stupid enough to hit an umpire. Plus, he's 6'5". But what made it look bad is Joe Brinkman when he was pulling me away. And he's kind of got me in a chokehold. All I'm trying to do is get away.
They are holding George Brett out there.
Can you remember anything that was screamed?
Yeah, can't say it on TV, though, can I? Huh?
Absolutely.
I can say it?
Yeah.
What the is this? You gotta be f***ing me. There's no f***ing way you could make that f***ing call, you f***ing soul. Just going off.
Well, the game's over. That's right. He is called out, and the Yankees win the game 4-3.
Join the country club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the country club today. Welcome back. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Braves. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Reds. 0-0 your score, bottom of the third. First pitch on the way to Trevino is a sinker at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pops it up high into left field, but looks like the wind's going to knock it down. Wind must be blowing in from left field today. 1 away. Oh, yeah, it's whipping now. It's whipping left to right. So that one definitely got caught up in the wind. I don't think it gets out, but it definitely would have gotten close to the warning track. Benson, that's a guy that can knock it through the wind. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Slider. It's 0-1. Got to be careful here. Benson, bat's just .217, but 8 home runs. When he clubs one, he can rock it. The 0-1 fouls it back. It's 0-2. The 0-2 count. Righty-lefty matchup. Elder looks in and delivers. Into the dirt, 1-2. So far, so good. Elder might get aided by that wind. I don't know if that is expected to whip like that all day long, but if he can keep the ball away from right field, he might have a good day here. The 1-2 swing and a miss. Chases the changeup off the plate. Benson does have a high strikeout rate to away. I still don't understand why he's playing center field. I've looked this up trying to figure out what their reasoning behind it. His defensive metrics are not good. And you would have thought that with the Reds are in the playoff push. You'd think that would have been something they would have addressed him. He's their only option for center field, the 1-0. As the pitch first pitch misses down and away to Hayes. 2 down, bottom of the third. The 1-0 to Cabrian Hayes, newly acquired from the Pirates. Sinker at the knees. 2-0. Brian Hayes had a defensive gaffe last night, but other than that, had a pretty good debut as the 2-0 swing. Ball's hit hard into left field. Sliding catch by Profar. And this Jekyll and Hyde team today is out there playing some good baseball. We'll be returning a flash when we come back. The heart of the order for your Atlanta Braves.
Now that the Americans are gone, we can talk about geography. Now let's talk about how you dummies want to visit the Grand Canyon and the Statue of Liberty in the same damn day. Let's talk about that. Like, y'all are dumb too. I don't get it. Stop.
This one might ruffle some feathers. Who's the most overrated player in all of sports history?
This is a man that other people would look at his life and be like, that's my dream. That's a life. Like, how can you be upset with that life? First of all, mental health is a bunch of really intricate knots that hold nothing together. It doesn't make sense. It just is. Secondly, I keep seeing this sentiment of people being like, there were signs. Look at his repost. Look at what he was saying beforehand. They weren't signs when he was alive. I don't know how else to explain that. You see, when he was alive, that was just a fella being a silly goose. Fella going through it, you know? And I think that's important to note because, fellas, nobody's going to pay attention to your cryptic signs. Listen, if you want to be treated like a girl, move to LA, but this is just how life is, okay? Talk to the boys, for the love of God. Listen to me, boys. I know you think that people around you are going to fail you, but I would give anything to go back in time and get a phone call. Allow me the opportunity to fail. You're not allowed to quit, all right? Cool.
There are so many wonderful elements of the Pine Tar game, including the fact that it was overturned, the call was overturned, the fact that the home run counted.
The decision to resume was not announced until 4 p.m. when an appellate court judge said, play ball, you will play.
The Yankees did everything they could to stall the resumption of play. But in late August, the Royals came back to New York on their way to a trip to Baltimore to conclude the game, leading 5-4 in the top of the ninth.
Only 1,200 fans showed up to take their place in baseball history.
Well, in 10 years, you can say I was at the Pine Tar game, the completion of the Pine Tar game.
What's been the most amazing thing about this whole scenario? How do you sum this whole thing up?
Amazing. Media interest. It's just kind of good for baseball, really.
Where is Brett?
I don't really know.
Welcome back, Braves Country Radio. Marcelo Ozuna get this party started here in the top of the fourth. Takes the first pitch, down and away, swing and a miss. Said he went around. It's 0-1. Bit of a check swing. Did look like he offered. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. He definitely offered to that one. It's 0-2. Oh-2 count. It's pretty interesting. They were talking about tomorrow night's game and about the 0-2 down and away 1-2. How there's a good chance. Not good chance, but a strong possibility that if a ball's hit hard enough in that game tomorrow night in Bristol as the 1-2 chops it off the plate, we'll do it again. The way the field is positioned and the track is right there where they couldn't put stands, obviously. You don't want to mess up the racetrack. Is the 1-2. Caught looking, strike three. Another backwards K. And they get mad like it's not a strike. That pitch was down the pipe. That's not even an argument if that was a strike. 100% of that ball hit the strike zone, just like Riley. And both of them look dejected and mad as they walk off like he's missing the call. First pitch right there to Michael Harris. The second is a sweeper at the knees. It's 0-1. Someone's got to pull him to the side. The 0-1 swing, chops a foul. 0-2. And get into their ass. I mean, seriously. That's Tim Heyer's job, is to go over and say, look, you do this all the time. Why are you looking at this pitch and thinking it's not a strike? If they see it in front of them in plain day, you can no longer continue to deny it. The 0-2, swing, chops it foul. We'll do it again. And Brady Singer, he pitches like he is late for the airport. It's just, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball. If he didn't have to wait on the batter, he would have already. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Nope, just got a piece of it. My mistake. Braves nothing, Reds nothing. It's amazing how fast he's pitching. It really reminds me when Jesse Chavez in spring training is the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. We first saw him come in for spring training, and I'm trying to tell a story because it's spring training and you got all kinds of time normally, and we're getting used to how it's going to be with the pitch clock. And Jesse Chavez would catch the ball and throw it. And sometimes I felt like he wasn't even winding up. He was just playing a game of pepper over there. Bap, 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 bap. First pitch on the way to Ozzy's popped up. Back behind home plate, giving chase. is Trevino. It's 0-1. Don't. Stevenson getting the day off behind the plate. The 0-1 misses high 1-1 count. Your infield around the horn is just the same it was yesterday as the 1-1. Outside wide, did he go around? He did not. 2-1. It's Hayes to Ellie to McLean to Steer. And in the outfield, Fraley is in left. Benson in center. Marte in right. Pitch outside wide, 3-1. Didn't get a chance to get to that earlier because once again, Singer's just grabbing it and kicking it. Normally do the pregame lineup in these early games. It's hard to get that in. The 3-1 swing pops it up. That should stay in play, giving chases Hayes, and that'll end the inning. Braves go down in order. Felt like that inning took about 30 seconds. We'll be back in a flash. We might be in Bristol by 2 o'clock.
Honestly, bro, I just want to be taken out.
By like a sniper or like on a date?
Surprise me.
All right, here's an exercise program for people 50, 60 plus there that need something they can do. Get you a comfortable shoes on in a good space, plenty of room, and get you 5-pound potato bags and hold them in each hand and stick your arms out and try to hold it for a minute and then relax. You'll gradually be able to feel like you can do more each day. And after a week or two, you can move up to 10-pound bags and do the same thing. You know, you hold each bag out, straight out, for as long as you can for about a minute, then let your arms down. Now the next level is 25-pound bags, and I'm at this level. And when you feel like you're comfortable doing that, you might can start putting potatoes in each bag.
A little Italian restaurant close to LaGuardia, sitting at the bar and having a little snack and maybe a bottle of wine and a cold beer and watch the outcome on a little TV behind the bar, a little black and white TV, which was pretty cool.
No, George Brett was not with the Royals. He was ejected.
It was just more of the lineup itself. You had people all over the place. I think Guidry was in center field.
Ron Guidry is in center field. Don Mattingly is at second base.
The funny part was Billy Martin coming out, and he used to want to know if George touched first.
And a field play to first base.
These are not the same umpiring crew that was here before. They're going to field a second base now.
Now, Billy could come out and say, wait a minute, fellas, how do you know that Brett touched second base because you were not here?
That's right.
He had an affidavit from the other umpires.
Dave Phillips right there, Bobby, may have a sworn affidavit from one of the umpires in the other crew. So we add just a little more drama to the infamous Pine Tar game.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Bryce Elder fires the first pitch to start the inning, and it gets laced into center field. Righty-lefty on the matchup. Gavin Lux, the Reds' leadoff hitter, starts inning off with a single, and he is now 2 for 2. So if nothing else, Gavin Lux sees Elder well. Good decision to put him at the top of the order, right? I got to think about this at the break. Singer is pitching so quickly. As the first pitch on the way is a sinker up top. For a strike, it's 0-1. And I know they wanted to put Chase Burns on the big stage tomorrow night for the Reds. But it would have been fitting if Singer was the pitcher tomorrow night because he's working like a pit crew out there. Is the 0-1? Down and away, 1-1. I mean, every time he gets the ball, you're literally watching him and hearing the 1-1 swing, pops it up, back out of play. 1-2. If it works, it's great because it's really difficult for the batters to get in any kind of rhythm. Now, some guys have tried it and it just had terrible results because it messes up their mechanics. But Singer, he is humming along here. The 1-2 count. McLean takes a hack at the first pitch at the 1-2. Fouls it back. His first time up, he lined out. They almost doubled up the runner. The next at bat was Ellie De La Cruz, and that still, I can't believe what I saw in that double play. They didn't follow them all the way down the line on either broadcast, but I'm thinking he had to have tripped, because he takes like 3 steps. He's at first base. The 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. Two count. Swing and a miss. Slider off the edge. Strike 3. Bryce Elder, second strikeout of the day. By the way, Singer already has 7 strikeouts. His over-under, I think, was 5.5, and it was plus money out in the desert. I don't remember the number, but I remember scanning it this morning, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, Braves strike out a lot when they haven't seen a guy much. He doesn't have a high strikeout rate. It's fairly normal for a starter. But he's on pace here to get double digits. He's only at 67 pitches through 4. First pitch to Ellie De La Cruz is a changeup off the edge. It's 0-1. Second time through the lineup for the Reds. Hopefully Elder can work his way through this lineup. Lux at first, the 0-1. Swing, lifts it into center. Didn't get much of that one. And Harris comes in. F8 in your scorecard for out number 2. Two down, and the batter is Marte. He'll take the first pitch, a sinker at the knees. It's 0-1. Putting a pole up here is the 0-1. Swung on, chopped on the ground. Riley's got it. Fires it to second. Ozzie holds the bag, and that'll end the inning. Bryce Elder cruising through 4. Where the hell's this guy been? We'll be back. Braves grab the bats when we return.
I cannot stand craft beer. When I go to the craft beer places that serve only the craft beers, and I know this annoys the hell out of the bartender, I'm the guy that's like, you got anything that's kind of like a domestic light?
Yeah.
And they hate that. They hate me.
4 years before Pearl Harbor, December 12, 1937, the USS Panay, a U.S. Navy gunboat, was sunk on the Yangtze River near Nanjing, China, by Japanese warplanes. The attack occurred as Japan expanded its invasion of China, and despite the clearly visible American flags painted on the vessel, the Japanese claimed it was a mistake. The ship had been evacuating American citizens and officials from the war zone. The attack killed 3 people and wounded dozens, including sailors and civilians. The incident highlighted the escalating tension between the U.S. and Japan before U.S. entry into World War II. Public outrage followed, with many Americans calling for a firm response, but President Franklin D. Roosevelt chose to accept Japan's formal apology and financial reparations to avoid escalating the situation into war. Japan paid $2.2 million for the ship and the associated loss of life, injuries, and damage to property. For now, peace between the United States and Japan would hold, but only for a few more years. Who knew?
It didn't take more than about 8 minutes to finish up the game.
And that may do it. Frank White over to John Wappen, and the Pine Tar game is over.
Then we all jumped back on the airplane went to Baltimore. But the whole thing was so unusual. That's why everybody still remembers and talks about it.
When I was a kid, that was my favorite. Like, turn the VCR on. Dad, we want to see you go crazy. We want to see you go crazy.
That is called out for using an illegal bat.
It's a great scene. It's a great piece of footage. I think it shows George's intensity.
It's one of the iconic moments in the history of the game.
Braves Country Radio. Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. First pitch on the way to the book of Eli is a swing and a miss. At a slider just off the plate. Good slider. That's the one he struck him out on. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Another slider. It's 0-2. I think Eli's going to see a slider until he proves he can hit it. Pierce Johnson won the Pitcher of the Month, the Strong Arm Award. The 0.75 ERA and a 0.5 whip, the 0-2. Down and away. Just got a piece of it. Stay alive. The batting average of 105. He did allow the one earned run in the month of July, but that's it. The 0-2. Down and away. 1-2. Thank you for the channel support. S-Dub, the 1-2. Swing, fouls it back. One-two count. Eli batting just .247 on the year. Does have 4 home runs, the pitch. Chops it over towards the second base side. That ball's going to get through the hole. Good piece of hitting there by Eli. He's only seen about 19 sliders in a row. He finally got a hold of one and poked it over to the right side. Over to the right side. Little strange.
It be the ground for our sake. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for us.
I know we talk about this all the time, but it's a little strange. You're going to throw the slider. I mean, it was almost every pitch of that at bat. All but one of those 6 pitches were a slider. First pitch on the way to Allen. Fires a bunt in front of home plate. And Singer's got it. Fires it to first. He barely gets him in time. And the Book of Eli gets down to second base. And a good little bunt by little Nicky.
Hitting? Not about muscle. Simple physics. Calculate the velocity V in relation to the trajectory T, in which G, gravity, of course, remains a constant.
We'll go to back to the top of the order, and Jurickson Profar with a runner in scoring position takes the first pitch high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Thank you for the channel support there, Tree Nug. Gifting 5 memberships. The 1-0. This is up top. No, they're going to say grab the zone 1-1. 1-1 count. Trying to see these as quickly as I can, but Singer is pitching so quickly. David ball end zone is the 1-1 outside wide, 2-1. Kiri, I don't know what that's trying to say. Poster Kiri, Brandon Smith, Jason Hahn, all welcome to the country club. Jen J received a country club membership by S-Dub. The 2-1 count, outside wide, 3-1. Make sure to use those emojis, y'all. And you'll get the Braves country today here on the channel as the 3-1 chops it foul back behind home plate. We're back to the normal schedule on Monday. Braves country today will come your way at noon. We did it yesterday at 5:30 because of the trade deadline, anticipating we were moving 2 guys that we didn't even come close to moving. Full count to Profar. Eli at second. Singer swings around. Looking back, the runner at second. The payoff pitch. Swing, pops it up. Can of corn over there to third. Hayes has it 2 down. I would love to see someone bring up, for instance, Profar, what their pop-up rate was before they came to Atlanta and when they got here. Because I have seen more cans of corn by these Braves batters this year than I remember, and I can't prove it, but I believe Tim Heyer's involved in it. Of whatever he's teaching them, whether it's the mechanics or the approach at the plate. Matt Olson will be your batter. Trevino, the backstop, went out there to talk to Singer, probably talk about whether or not they want to actually pitch to him. With the base open and Riley standing on deck, who has struck out his first 2 times. Looks like they're at least going to start the at-bat, showing that they're going to pitch to him. We'll see if they actually do it. First pitch on the way is high and out of the zone. 1-0. He may be pitching around him and then just put him on if they get far behind. 1-0. Misses up top. He called that a strike? Good Lord. 1-1. Not a strike, but Singer got a gift. The 1-1 pitch. Hey, high out of the zone. 2-1. So he's gone top shelf all 3 pitches. Outside, inside, outside. The 2-1. He set up, swing and a miss. Outside, high top zone, 2-2. 2-2 count. They're definitely trying to get him to chase one. Probably figuring that wind in left field, if he pops one out over there, is the 2-2. Swing and a miss, chase one off the plate, and that'll end the inning. All 4 pitches were out of the zone and up. Olsen might want to take a look at that. We'll be back in a flash.
Let's just get some more drinks, huh? That's what I'm talking about. Garçon! Where is this guy? Yes, sir. Sir, I love this kid. First of all, I'd like to see the chef face to face. These are the best Cajun chicken niblets I've ever had. Yeah. Great. Hey, come on. Also, we're gonna want to get dessert. I'm wondering which wine pairs best with the Oreo cheesecake.
I wouldn't know that.
You don't know? Okay, perhaps you should send over the house Somalian.
Greg is from Nigeria.
No, I don't mean Craig. I don't see how this helps us. I just want cheesecake with a good wine.
She says I drink too much, I smoke too much, I gamble. I mean, she's right. What am I going to do? I can't control myself. I got no, what's the word I'm looking for? I got no, class. Nah, we know I got class.
Going into 85, I don't think anybody saw them as a real World Series threat.
Hi, boys and girls.
They had some young pitching, but the offense was clearly not going to score a lot of runs, and they needed George to be George again. He'd been an all-star, been a good player, but he had not been that sort of epic player that they needed him to be.
And that was the message that Royals co-owner Avron Fogelman conveyed to him in no uncertain terms that offseason.
He invited me down to play golf for 3 or 4 days, and I went to some meetings with him, and he kind of laid the law down to me. He says, here I have all the confidence in the world. I'm paying you more than anybody on the team, and you don't take care of yourself. I was getting heavier. He could tell some day games I wasn't all there, and so he told me, he says, you better straighten up and fly right and get yourself in the best shape of your life, and so I did. That's the first year ever I worked out in the offseason. That's what spring training used to be for.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio with Mac McGee, the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way not Austin Riley. The ball was hit to Austin Riley on a 5-3 putout. Kind of a slow one hopper that easily makes it over there to Olsen. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. What I was trying to say is Steer swung the bat. That'll bring Fraley to the plate. Braves nothing, Reds nothing. Bottom of the 5th. Elder goes back to work. He's at only 45 pitches, by the way. The first pitch off to this at bat is slapped into left, right into the glove of Profar. 2 down. He's getting bailed out with some really early swinging by the Reds. I think both teams are ready to get to Bristol. Let's be honest. It's an early game after that roller coaster of a game last night. And then everybody's got to pack up and head on to Tennessee as soon as this game ends. First pitch on the way is a strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Going to the mountains of East Tennessee to play a little baseball in a NASCAR stadium. The 0-1 down and away, 1-1. We haven't seen Carrie recently. I don't know where she's been, but 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. Our resident Reds fan that normally stops in. 1-2 count. Swing, chops it over to short, and this is going to be a very quick 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the 6th. Riley, Baldwin, and Ozuna due up for your Bravos.
My best home run I think I've ever given up was I gave up Ken Griffey Jr.'s last ever home run. This is his game jersey from that day. I paid the clubby $500 to get out of the, swear to God. I carried this jersey with me for like 3 years because we were playing in Texas, and I knew we would be back in Seattle at some point, and he was going to sign it. And I was like, I carried it with me every time I went out there. Finally, Adam Jones was in our clubhouse, and him and Adam were pretty tight. Caught him on the way out. I was like, hey, I've got your jersey. I would really, really like for you to sign it. And he's like, man, I got some stuff going on. I gave up your last ever home run. It stopped him. And he turns, he goes, no, you didn't. He takes me into the clubhouse manager's office. Him and I sitting at the clubhouse manager's and watched it. And he goes, no shit. And I was like, and I paid the clubby $500 to steal your jersey.
The Royal trainers put together this program that I stayed on for 8 weeks, lost about 35 pounds.
My stomach, he had lines on it, and I couldn't get a ball out of the cage. I don't know what it was. And all of a sudden they said, you look too skinny, you got to gain 10 pounds.
Well, I just thought George was losing weight because he wanted to do it. But it worked out well for him.
Ripped to left field. There it goes.
George Brett with his 3rd hit of the day.
His 2nd home run of the night.
There he goes again.
Boy, he is doing that consistently.
There is George Brett at his best.
It would be an incredible season for him at the plate, a .335 batting average and a career-high 30 home runs. And just as impressive was in his 12th big league season, his first ever Gold Glove.
He's slow. Oh, what a play by Brett while on his knees.
Line, but Brett spears it.
We head to the top of the 6th inning. 2 pitchers that are cruising. 0-0 your score. Austin Riley leads us off. First pitch on the way is a cutter on the outer edge. It's 0-1. They were asking Riley about playing in Bristol. I'm telling you right now, man, the more I listen to that guy is the 0-1, swinging a mitt. So now they got a piece of that one. Fouls it back on too. I know he's a fan favorite. They got to quit interviewing him because he is a dud in front of the microphone, man. They asked him, man, are you excited about going to Bristol and blah, blah, blah? And he goes, yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. It'll be all right. It's the 0-2 outside, wide 1-2. I'm like, my word. 1-2 count. Swing, fouls it back. In case you were ever wondering, he's not the clubhouse leader. He's just a dud on the mic. Even Matt Olson will smile and everything. He's just straight face, murmuring. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Chase one well out of the zone. Austin Riley. He is in a slump. Let's just call it what it is. He had that one good game since coming off the IL, but he's struck out 3 times now in this game. First pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin. He's off the plate for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swing. Pops it up. Down the left field line. Will it stay in play? It will quickly. 2 down. This game is flying along. We're about to complete 6 innings. And it's just been over an hour and 10 minutes. First pitch to Ozuna right there at the knees. It's 0-1. That's one team who doesn't give a crap anymore, and the other team who's tired. And ready, they're both ready to get to Bristol. 1-1 outside wide, 1-0. The 0-1 outside wide, 1-1. Looking at Riley, since he's returned batting 133 with 11 strikeouts and 30 at-bats. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, 1-2. One-two count. Y'all talking about the ball's going to fly out of there in Bristol. I'm not positive because of who we're going to be sending to the plate. You would think it would as the 1-2. Swing, slices it back foul. And I haven't seen anything on the dimensions, but I can't imagine it's a very big park because A, they want offense because they're showcasing the game. And B, they have to cram a baseball field into that little area. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Brady Singer putting a masterclass out there. He hit it, 10 strikeouts, 6 innings. That might be it for him, man. Talking about taking someone to school.
Raise your hand if every night around 10 p.m. you realize that it's only 6:30 p.m.
When I joined the Braves, guys like Warren Spahn and Eddie Matthews, Henry Aaron, I was the first Milwaukee native to ever play with the Braves, the first native Milwaukeean to be signed by the Braves at that time, and the first native Milwaukeean to be sent to the minor leagues by the Braves. So they saw enough of me quickly, and I didn't last very long. You know, I really enjoyed playing.
They say you need to speak to a manager.
Yes.
What's happening?
Trying to understand why you all are so incompetent.
That's a wild place to start. Why don't we
A
start?
wild place to start is my lunch not being correct.
Okay, that's good. There are far worse things. I feel like we were ruining your whole life. What happened?
I don't even know how you're in business.
Because it tastes good.
But you don't get the order.
Because
right.
what did you get? How do we do it wrong?
I ordered cheese fries, not ranch fries.
So you got cheese and ranch?
No, I got no cheese.
What did the authorities say?
Our motto was good pitching, play good defense, and with George in the lineup, we always felt like we had a shot.
George Brett does it again.
I mean, this wasn't nothing on the field he couldn't do.
And he was never better than the last week of the season as the Royals battled the Angels for the AL West Division title.
It was just one of those things. I got hot at the right time.
In the final 6 games, Brett had 5 homers and 13 RBIs and hit .450.
KC would win the division by a game, lifting them into the ALCS and a matchup with the Blue Jays.
Batting third. At third base, number 5, George Brett.
But the Royals would drop the first 2 games of the best-of-7 series in Toronto.
And they'll take a 2-0 lead to Kansas City on the Al Oliver base hit.
The only consolation for the Royals. There's still time to regroup. See you Friday in KC.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Elder is up top for a ball. It's 1-0. You know the difference between a leader and someone who doesn't lead? When Singer came off the mound there in between innings is the one in the dirt, 2-1. First person at the dugout to shake his hand and start the clapping in the dugout for Singer's great effort today was their manager, Tito. And that's the difference that people don't get. The 2-1 down and in, 3-1. The people that try to tell you that, oh, no, it's not the manager's fault, blah, blah, blah. That's the difference. 3-1 count. Swing, lifts it. High into center, but right at Michael Harris second. He make that catch, or did it fall? Fires it into the infield. No, they're going to say that he trapped it. Thought he caught it. He was a good sliding catch. That ball was dying quickly. Like he went duck hunting. Guess it just hit the ground and he kept it from. Still looking for the. I guess he just got it. Here's a better look. Oh, yeah. He got it. It's a miracle of that thing didn't jump over his glove. So good defensive play by Harris to keep that to just a single. That gets over his glove. Benson's got pretty good wheels. That might have been a disaster. First pitch to Hayes is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swung on, lifted into right field. Back on the track, making the catch is Eli. He'll fire it into second. Benson will return to first. One away. If you've heard the clip of the mom and dad reading the letter from their son who finally made it in Major League Baseball, and in the letter tells them he's bought off their house so that they no longer have to work, et cetera, and the mom's in tears. The guy that wrote that letter was today's starting pitcher, Brady Singer of the Reds. It was back when he was at the Royals. Slider right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. It's a really cool clip. And he talks about how they drove him to all the different events in his baseball career growing up. You know, so we're talking about Travel League and you name it. Wherever he had to be, they took care of it. And his payback was to pay off their house and for them to no longer have any debt. So I think they had credit card debts. I'm trying to remember it word for word, but whatever debt they had, he got rid of it so that they could retire. So I've always been a Brady Singer fan. And he went to the University of Florida, and I don't say that very much about Gators, but I've been a Brady Singer fan ever since I've seen that video or heard that. The 0-1, down and away. The pitch is down, and there goes the runner. Throw is up the line. Ozzie Albies got a glove on as the ball trickles behind second base. The Benson will stay put. And the Reds have a runner in scoring position. I think it might have hit his foot. That might have been what actually stopped it. Yeah, it popped off his cleat. It slowed it down. If not, that ball's going to get to center field, and he's probably standing at third with one out. Lux 2 for 2. Takes a check swing, hack at a pitch out of the zone. 1-2. One-two count. Kicks and fires. Right there at the knees, caught looking, strike three. Lux. Elder finally solves that puzzle. 2 down. You're looking for a good documentary tree for baseball. One of my favorites is the Battered Bastards of Baseball. That's a really good one. You'll see folks in there that you'll recognize from other things. First pitch on the way is a slider up top. It's 1-0. I'm trying to think of the name of the one about the Chicago White Sox owner and his son. It was really good too. I can't remember the name of the actual documentary. 1-0 misses high. 2-0. So 2-0 count. Kicks and fires, swing, rips it up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. See if they send Benson. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is up the line, and he is safe, and the Reds have taken a 1-0 lead. Head first slide by Benson. Ball gets away from Baldwin. And it's an RBI. Should be a single, though the batter did get to second base. they seem to be very. That's McLean with the RBI. They seem to be very liberal with the calls nowadays, but they did call that a single. I've seen a lot of games recently. I don't bring it up because it seems like I'm just complaining about nothing, but you'll see guys get doubles or triples when it should be single and they went to the other base because of a throw. They're going to automatically walk De La Cruz, man. This is, I get it, but this is dangerous. First pitch on the way. P at the knees. Did not get the call. It's 1-0. So you're automatically putting a runner on. And I get the De La Cruz thing. But Marte has got some pop as the 1-0. Down and in 2-0. Hopefully it pays off. You could really cause a problem if he puts one in the gap because Ellie can fly. 2-0 count. Was it earlier this year he stole 3 bases on 2 pitches? Make that make sense in your head. The 2-0. Swing, chops it foul. We'll do it again. 2-1. Two-1 count. Deuce is wild. 2 on, 2 out. Elder, he's still at only 67 pitches. This is amazing. The 2-1 in the dirt, 3-1. Standing on deck is Spencer Steer. Elder trying not to load the bases here. He's only walked 1 today. Much better outing than he's had. I still think some of that is the Reds have been swinging early and often because of the quick turnaround. But nonetheless, he's done it. The 3-1, swing, chops it foul. We'll do it again. You've seen both teams reaching for pitches out of the zone. Just kind of human nature. I don't understand why they signed them up for a 3-game series like this. They're going to do that Bristol thing. This should have been the 1 game on Friday, and it should have been a day game to get them ready. Neither one of these teams should have played on Thursday. If they did, it should have been a day game. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Gets out of the jam. Coughs up the 1 run, but that's it. We'll be back in a flash. Top of the 7th we go. The Braves trail 1-0. Harris leads us off.
So the new iPhone now lets you say which of your contacts are mentally ill. They call it adding pronouns.
You're completely delusional. I mean, by the way, all of us have become so damn weird. I think we're just hitting our stride. Oh, you think we're hitting our stride? Yeah. Really? I think we have more costumes in the bar than we do cats. I mean, what if I said I wanted to become a man cheater right now? What would you do? I go get the spots. He's got spots. Why do you have spots? You shouldn't have spots. That's absurd, man. It's absurd. What about the underage drinking scheme? I wasn't even here for that. But that made sense. It worked. You know what? I gotta get away from you people. That's what it is. I fly off the handle every 5 seconds now. You know what? Well, you're all insane. I'm storming out. What? Don't copy me. I'm the one who's angry. Damn it! You don't storm out on me. I storm out on you. I'm the one who storms out. I'm the one who's...
Inflation rate month to month was just an inch.
Thank God inflation's only up an inch. Imagine if it was up a whole foot. My 401k is currently down 2 centimeters.
I'm too old to be worried about why mother don't like me. You and your reason.
So they were down 2-0. George went to his teammates and said, just ride my back. I just follow me.
Everybody says I said before the game, jump on, I'll carry you guys. No, I never said that. I was never that confident. I always had a lot of confidence in my ability, but you don't know who's going to show up. I always played better when I was nervous. Always did. When you're nervous, that means it's important.
Brett's first at bat would come with 2 out in the bottom of the 1st against Toronto's Doyle Alexander.
A ball and a strike to Brett. Well hit deep right. If it stays fair, the Royals are in front. And they are. Home run
Brett.
1-0. If I gave you $1 and your father gave you $1, how many dollars would you have? $1. You don't know your arithmetic. You don't know my father.
Welcome back, Michael Harris II, digging in at the plate. That was Singer's last pitch in the previous inning, by the way. First one on the way is a bender down below the knees. Scott Barlow taking for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Down and away, 1-1. Barlow's going to be working a lot slower than Singer. Maybe that gives the Braves a chance to catch their breath and see the ball and come through here. 1-1. Swing, slaps it towards the left. Running catch. F7 in your scorecard. Fraley with the play. 1 away. You didn't like the outcome there, but that was a much better swing than Harris has been putting on those pitches. That was a few weeks ago. He's popping that up. Not giving it a chance to even be a base hit. Ozzie Albies your batter. First pitch on the way. 93 inside. 0-1. Or 1-0, excuse me. I think I said 0-1. The 1-0. Pops it up. Speak of the devil. Another pop fly into center field. 2 up, 2 down. Scott Barlow. Just 5 pitches in. Kind of expect Elder's going to be out there for another inning. I mean, he's got a low pitch count. It's working. Why not? Book of Eli to the plate. First pitch, 93 up top for a strike. Grabs the top of the zone. And the sinker. The 0-1. Outside wide sweeper. A 1-1 count. Swing and a miss, chase a curveball. I mean, what I'm seeing from Eli, if he faces a right-handed bat, they would be damn fools to throw him anything straight. He chases everything off the plate from the right-handers. If you're actually trying to win these games, Kelenic should be in the game versus a right-hander. The 1-2. Outside wide 2. And if you remember, he was a very good base runner and a good defender, so they were not losing anything there. He doinked that one out and through the infield his last time up is the 2-2. Down and away. Fouls it. But that was a misplaced pitch by Singer. He was trying to go off the edge and it just got a part of the plate. If it goes off the plate, Eli he hacks at it. Which is why he's not an elite outfielder. I'm not trying to beat up Eli. I mean, I like watching him play the 2-2. Inside, caught looking, strike 3. Ball bounces off the catcher's mitt, but that'll be it. He'll flip it down to first, and the Braves go down in order. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Get up and stretch, Braves country! Welcome back, Bryce Elder. Back to work. First pitch on the way is a sinker in the dirt. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Misses down and in to Spencer Steer. 2-0. Steer 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs. 2-0 count. Swing, pops it back foul. We'll do it again. The 2-1. Down and away, 3-1. Three-one pitch, swing, bangs it foul. We'll do it again. Full count to Steer. Pops it back foul. We'll do it again. Full count. Up top. Just misses. Ball 4. I think he got pinched on that one. Steer will head on down to first, and it's 1 on, nobody out. One on, nobody out. Braves trail by 1. First pitch on the way is a 4-seamer. That was well below the knees. It's pointed out. He might be running out of gas. He's only at 78 pitches, but this is the 7th inning, so the up-downs with this heat could take a toll. He's not used to going this deep. He's only done it once this year. The 1-0 misses high. Called for a strike, though. We'll take it 1-1. 1-1 count. Sinker right down the pipe. 1-2. Sure, Fraley'd like to have that one back. The 1-2. Runner at first, nobody out. Going to flip it over to first real quick to keep runner close by. Braves trail 1-0, trying to keep it right there. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Chase the slider down and in. 1 away. Good pitch by Elder there. It's his 5th strikeout of the day. First pitch is a slider up top for a strike to Trevino. 1-0. Swing, pops it up. Lazy fly ball to left field, and the wind will knock that one down for sure. 2 down. Two 2-1 count. And that'll be it. Brian Snicker's going to come out there and get the ball from Elder. Tell you what, that's got to be a round of applause. We did not expect him to shove 6 2/3. We'll be back in a flash. The Braves, Reds, 1-0 your score. Hey, football fans, you ready for the gridiron? Thursday and Friday mornings, the Armchair Quarterback Show returns, 9 a.m. Eastern. We'll be talking college and NFL football, the point spreads, fantasy football advice, and more. Want to catch it live? Become a Country Club member today here on Braves Country Radio. We'll make the replay available to the public later on that day as we're being broadcasted nationwide on independent radio stations. As a member catching it live, you can ask your questions. We'll answer all. Point spread advice, player props, your fantasy football questions. It's the Armchair Quarterback Show, Thursday and Friday mornings this fall here on Braves Country Radio.
The armchair quarterback, he's full of beer and he's full of snacks. The all-American man.
All right, we are back. Bryce Elder, 6 2/3, 5 strikeouts, 4 hits, 1 run, 2 walks. He is responsible for the man at first. First pitch on the way from Dylan Dodd is a strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Benson, your batter. 1 for 2 on the day. He scored the Reds' lone run his last time up. The 0-1. Off the plate, 1-1. Benson singled the center, then came around to score. The RBI, Matt McClain. Bottom of the 7th inning. 1-1. 2-1. 2-1 count. Brings it, swings, slaps it down the left field line. Is that going to... Holy cow, that left the building. Benson hammers one over the left field wall. That wind must have died down. Yeah, it died down a little bit, but it barely got over the wall. Didn't look like he even got much of it. Just kind of reached out there on the outer part of the plate. He was off balance and slaps it over the wall. Thought that wind was knocking everything. He even, he left his footing and everything. Braves fan caught it out there and threw it back in. In Cincinnati. There's Reds fans going, are you serious, man? I mean, there were little kids around there. He probably should have given the ball to the kids. His team's 16 games under 500. I mean, why not give the kids a souvenir? But first pitch on the way to Hayes is a 4-seam fastball. It's 0-1. The 0-1. I still can't believe that ball left the building. I thought it might get on the top part of the wall as the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. I know that kid's got some strength, but he just barely dinked it out there. Most of the time, guy does something like that, it's going to be a dying quail on the left field line. Probably extra bases if you're playing him to pull is the 0-2. Bangs it down the line. Foul. We'll do it again. So that'll close the books on Elder. 6 2/3, 2 earned runs. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, 4 hits. He is on the hook for the loss right now. As the 0-2's fouled back. The 0-2 count. Swing just got a piece of that. Game 1 of a double bill that we're bringing you today. Cubs and Orioles are just getting underway. Follows this game. The 0-2 brings it in the dirt. 1-2. One-two count. Swing, fouls it back. Not saying you have to keep the ball, but there were kids around that guy. I mean, you're kind of an ass if you don't hand it to one of the little kids. Just seen how heartbroken that one little girl was who's sitting right in front of him. One-two count. Hits it high and deep into right field. The wind will knock this one down barely. That got all the way to the wall. The wind might be dying down here in Cincinnati, which means we might have some runs ahead of us. We'll be back in a flash. 8th inning we go here in Braves country.
106 miles from Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses
and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour?
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll come for a couple. Just a couple though, not like last time.
Okay. Let's get it! Hey!
Afternoon, everybody.
I put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is not.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer. Salute.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. Pretty soon we're going to become this country.
Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord, you gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
Welcome back, Braves country. Little 8-ball kicking for you here in the 8th inning. See if we can put a snowman on the board again like we did last night. We have nearly as wild of a 8th inning as we did last night. You are in for a treat.
Yeah, the armchair quarterback, he's kind of fun.
One clip. Sean Murphy will lead us off. Pinch hitting for Nick Allen. First pitch on the way. 96 up top. Tony Centillion is the pitcher for the Reds. Comes in with a 2.68 ERA. The 0-1. Right there at the knees, 0-2. Oh-2 count. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. One away. One up, one down. That'll bring Profar to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Braves, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. Reds, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Profar stands in. First pitch, swing, chops it over towards first. It's 0-1. Quintillion can absolutely bring it. At one point was a starter for the Cincinnati Reds organization. The 0-1. Swing, fouls it back. It's 0-2. Welcome back to the Country Club, Gary. The 0-2 pitch misses high and out of the zone. So a 1-2 count. Standing on deck is Olson. Braves trail by 3. Pitch on the way, hits it foul down the line. Tony Santillan, 6'3", 285 pounds. Four-seam fastball misses high and out of the zone. 2-2. He's out of Fort Worth, Texas. Went to high school. I'm probably going to butcher this, but Seguin, Texas. Seguin High School. The 2-2. Outside wide, 3-2. We saw him as the payoff pitch. Swing, slaps it foul down the line. We'll do it again. Didn't get into the game last night, but he was warming up. In fact, they got him up a couple of times last night. We saw him back in May when the Braves took on the Reds in Atlanta. He went 3 innings of no-run ball against the Braves. The payoff pitch to Profar. Sizzles it back foul. And he is absolutely scorching that strike zone. Profar can get on. And Olson gets a hold of one of those, man. That thing could that thing might beat the team to Bristol. The payoff pitch. High and out of the zone, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. They check down the line, but he did not offer. They'll check down the line for anything nowadays. Jerks and Profar. Profar pro good. And the Jerk store is on with 1 out.
Well, the Jerk store, Cole, they're running out of you. It's smart. It's a smart line, and a smart crowd will appreciate it. And I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience.
First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss at the curveball. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. The 0-1. 97 on the edge, 0-2. 0-2 count. Olson trying to work his way back aboard. He's 1 for 3 on the day with a single. Not getting quite the home runs that he was getting the last few years. Still decent numbers for the lefty. The 0-2. Slaps it down the line out of play. We'll do it again. Quite a bit of that has to do with the fact he has been hitting in the lineup with no one really behind him, and they are pitching around him this year big time. The 0-2. 97 misses high, 1-2. Previous years, he normally had Ozuna behind him, but they can't even stick with the lineup nowadays, so it's been a flavor of the day who they want to put behind him, and guys like Riley have struggled. The 1-2, swing, slaps it towards left field. That's going to get down where the green grass grows. Up against the wall. Jerks and Profar rounding the bases, and they're going to slam the brakes on him at third. I think he had a decent chance of getting home on that one. Love to see a replay of that, because he was turning second while that ball was still rolling to the wall. But we know Freddie Gonzalez, we all thought we had the most conservative third base coach on the planet when Tui was there, but Freddie Gonzalez, and he just does not, he does not read these balls well. They're showing it on the Kansas City cast, the Cincinnati cast right now, and he definitely could have scored. First pitch on the way to from Centillion to Riley is swung on and fouled back at 0-1. And I get it. They're showing it on the Kansas City vision. I'm not going to say he definitely would have scored, but very good chance. It would have taken a perfect throw from Ellie De La Cruz, who was getting the relay, the cutoff to him dribbled towards him. So you know you're going to be off balance when you make that throw. And he would have already been rounding third, well into third, if he hadn't put up the stop sign. The 0-2, fouls it back, we'll do it again. And the idea, I get it, you don't want to run yourself out of the inning. But Austin Riley has been disastrous recently. Struck out 3 times a day. So he could come through here, but the numbers don't point to it. The 0-2. Misses high, 1-2. Very close pitch, 99-mile-an-hour fastball. A fly ball would score a run with Profar's speed, but the Braves are looking for much more than that. Trailing 3-0 here in the top of the 8th. The 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. Standing on deck, you've got Drake Baldwin. If Riley can work his way aboard, he would represent the go-ahead run. 2-2 count. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. The golden sombrero. 4 strikeouts for Riley. 2 down. So yeah, back to my original point. That's why I wouldn't be worried about sending Profar there, because I don't have faith that Riley's going to come through against Centillion in that spot. But we still have one last chance here. Drake Baldwin stands in, first pitch swinging, lifts it high and deep into left center field, going back, making the running catch is Benson at the wall, and that'll end the inning. That almost got down. Good piece of hitting by Baldwin, just defense was just a little bit better.
Excuse me, sir, why are you a Mets fan? I'm not.
Pains me to have to say this to you, but there's a chance I may not be here at 11, but you have to stand up for what you believe in. We have very strict policies in the Channel 7 News Department. The Girl Scouts called and said, Bill, it's that time of year again. Cookies, the little girls will start knocking on doors this Friday. Could you give us a little plug? About 50,000 little girls. We need your help, big fella. Well, I'm sorry, ladies, but Channel 7 does not allow me to plug you, your pushy little scouts, or your cookies on news programs. I cannot tell viewers about your brand new pecan shorties made of rich shortbread, slow baked to perfection with crisp pecans, or those mouth-watering chocolate chunk drops of heaven that literally melt in your mouth. Boss says I can't describe, the tag-alongs, 2 marvelous tastes in one, real peanut butter smothered in rich, vulgar all chocolate. No, the boss rule, don't mention bonds, those luscious Samoas. They're vanilla numbers rolled in toasted coconut. You do that and you'll be fired. No Billy at 5 or 11. It'll be Dana and Robbie if you mention those sinfully delectable little trefoils.
Next at bat, I didn't get my arms extended all the way. They were a little chicken arm, a little kind of ear.
Well hit to right again. Is this number 2?
Hit it good. Thought it was a home run.
Off the top of the wall. He missed number 2 by inches.
It's very difficult for a position player to dominate a game. He's only going to get 4, maybe 5 at-bats, right? Well, it just was one of those games where everything clicked.
slaps it. Brett makes a fine play and comes home. What a play!
You give me 50 chances, I couldn't have made that play. But I made it that day.
Yeah, you can smile, George. Why not?
Still, despite Brett's heroics, Toronto got to Brett Saberhagen and took a 5-3 lead into the bottom of the 6th, only for Brett to find himself with a big opportunity when he came up with a runner on.
Welcome back. Spencer Strider's from that area near Bristol, east of Tennessee area. So that's going to be a special treat for him to pitch in that game tomorrow. Chase Burns for the Reds, so you're going to see two electric in that game. Hopefully Strider's got a little more punch out in him. If that ball does carry in that stadium, we're going to need it. Dylan Dodd will go back out there for another inning of work, trying to keep it where it's at. First pitch on the way, slapped down the left field line, but foul. It's 0-1. Austin Hayes, the batter, in for Lux. Pinch hitting for the left-hander as you got a southpaw on the mound. Luke Williams is at shortstop for Nick Allen, who was pulled for the pinch hitter Murphy. The 0-1, down and in, 1-1. 1-1 count. Hayes with 10 home runs on the year. The pitch, swing lifts it into left field, going down the line, giving Chase Profar. That's going to get into the stands. Got underneath that one. If it would have stayed fair, Profar would have had it. 1-2 count now. Top of the order for the Cincinnati Redlegs. Reds 3, Braves nothing. Redlegs trying to get some insurance runs here with that crazy game yesterday. They might need it. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down on strikes. One away. Matt McClain will be the batter now. Ellie De La Cruz moves to the on-deck circle. First pitch on the way, swing, rifles it back, foul. 0-1. McClain 1 for 3, 3 RBI, a single in the 6th inning. The 0-1. High and inside. 1-1. One count. Kicks and fires. Just misses the outer edge. 2-1. The 2-1, high and out of the zone, cutter, well off the plate, ball 3-1. Standing on deck is Ellie De La Cruz, who's 0 for 2 with an intentional walk to his credit. The 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss, chase the cutter inside, full count. That pitch was well inside the zone. McClain, he was going to swing at that pitch no matter what. So full count to McClain. Batting just .222 this year, but he does have 11 home runs. The payoff pitch, swing, fists it back foul. Full count. Cutter got it right there on his hands inside. Good to see you, AY. I don't think I ever finished that thought, but when they're talking about is the payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him. 2 down. Dylan Dodd, 2 strikeouts so far in 1 inning of work. If they hit a home run in that game, what they're saying is if they hit it hard enough, the ball might bounce back into the field of play because of the slope behind the outfield wall. First pitch on the way is bang back foul by De La Cruz. It's 0-1. I don't think it's likely, but it's a possibility because they've got such a steep incline where it's behind behind the outfield wall. As the 0-1 misses high, 1-1. They're saying if that ball hits it just right, it's more likely to ricochet and go nowhere near the field with the fans, but there is a possibility. I don't know if they've thought that out and they've got some kind of preventive. The 1-1 swing and a miss, 1-2. Dylan Dodd coming in pitching well again. He did give up the 1 run when he inherited seems to be a pitcher that pitches much better when he gets the clean inning. Gets to start the inning, excuse me. 1-2 count to Ellie. It's 0-0 in Wrigley right now with the Cubs batting in the bottom of the second. The 1-2. High and out of the zone, 2-2. We were thinking 3rd, 4th, maybe even 5th inning if this game got out of hand, but we might be over there by the 3rd. The 2-2 count. Brings it. Swing, launches it down. Did he make contact with that ball? The bat got caught in the screen. He must have just stayed alive. The bat is currently in the screen. Someone's going to have to climb that to get it. I don't know if they're going to do it in this inning, but it is very high on the screen, several feet just below where the screen begins, and the bat is just hanging there. Ellie lost. Oh, he did strike out. They've just taken forever to let us know that because they got the camera on the bat. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. It looked like that he had swung and missed, but the way they were staying there, I thought he'd somehow gotten a piece of it. Mac McGee.
And we're on the same team.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
And we need more players. We need you to help us win the battle against hunger and poverty. You can sponsor
Braves Country Radio.
Teamwork is what
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio
is all about. And that's why we need you. For just $15 a month,
don't get greedy. Ask for $2.99.
you can sponsor a child just like
Braves Country Radio.
I've been able to really help.
Braves Country Radio.
And it feels so good. It's so easy. Just reach out now and start sending your love around the world.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
To join our team, we really can bat 1,000.
Mac McGee.
Who's waiting for help. There's room on our team for you.
This date in 1899, Louisville infielder Honus Wagner steals 2nd, 3rd, and home during the 4th inning of the Louisville Colonels' 7-1 victory over the New York Giants at Eclipse Park. The 25-year-old Flying Dutchman will accomplish the stolen base cycle 4 times, establishing a major league record he shares with Ty Cobb. On this date in 1978, Pete Rose making the last out when he strikes out on a Gene Garber changeup, goes 0 for 4. That ends his 44-game hitting streak, one contest shy of breaking the National League record. The Reds' third baseman tied Wee Willie Keeler's 1897 National League mark. Welcome back, Braves Country Radio. That bat's still sitting up there, by the way. They've just given up on it, so we'll get that after the game. First pitch on the way to Ozuna is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Man, if you're at that game, that has to become like your instant profile picture on social media. The 0-1, right there for a strike on the inner cut. It's 0-2. Emilio Pajan is the man coming in set to close. The 0-2, outside wide, 1-2. 1-2 count. Pajan's got 22 saves on the year. An ERA of 2.72, but a whip of just .88. 1-2 misses outside, 2-2. He's from Simpsonville, South Carolina in Braves country. Went to Belmont Abbey for college and was drafted by the Mariners in 2013. The 2-2, down and in, 3-2. You might remember him different spots along the way. He was originally a starter, or they tried to make him a starter in Seattle and Oakland, Tampa. He eventually ended up long man in the bullpen, and now he's closing. The 3-2, high and inside, 96 miles an hour. Fastball misses, and Marcell Ozuna will head down to first. He'll get pitch ran for once he gets down to first. He has to touch the base. If you remember that coming up a few years ago, or a few months ago, excuse me. I forget who that was. I think it was someone from Tampa that didn't know the rules. Michael Harris II stands at the plate. First pitch on the way is off the plate. For a ball, it's 1-0. Well, I'd assume they're going to pinch run for Ozuna, but maybe not. Man, Sticker really does not like Kelenic, does he? The 1-0. Swing, slaps it up the middle. And that's going to get through for a base hit. Ozuna trying for third. Here comes the throw. He will barely make it on a head-first slide. Good about a hustle there by Ozuna. And Michael Harris II gets himself another base hit and continues his hot streak.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle-dazzle.
Ozuna's head-first slide, belly flopped, and just lucky he didn't get injured. I mean, this is basically slapping him in the face. Last night I understood it why they didn't do it, but now this tells you Brian Snitker does not like Jared Kelenic. There has to be something behind the scenes that's happened. Because not only will he not start him against the right-hander, he's not even pinch running with them now. If he had the option, he would pinch run with any of y'all in the audience today than have Ozuna out there running and getting himself injured and flopping around. Ozzie Albies the batter. First pitch on the way. Outside wide. It's 1-0. Ozuna going to third looked like a drunk man belly flop into the pool. The 1-0 in the dirt, 2-0. I'm just glad he didn't get injured because he kind of rolled his arm up as he was, I guess you could call it a slide. It was more of a bounce into third base. Yeah, I get that, Sleepy, and I thought about that as being an option because of the no hustle thing, but it's the 2-0. Swing, lifts it to center field. That's down for a base hit. Let's go, Braves Country! Ozzie Albies barely gets it down. Harris goes corner to corner The tag is late. He came off the bag, but the third baseman, Hayes, wasn't paying attention. If he holds the tag, it's going to be out. But Harris ended up smacking the bag with his foot. And so to no avail. And they keep talking about how great of a defensive third baseman this guy is. I'm starting to wonder. He spun around worrying about where Ozzie was at first, but if he trainer out there, look at Harris, finally gets hot, and here we go. They're showing the replay for Cincinnati. I don't think they're challenging it. Yeah, he didn't hold the tag. They had a different angle that they're not showing on Braves Vision. I thought maybe, but I'm trying to see what happened with Harris. Oh, he might have jammed up his nose. I don't know if he broke his nose. He might have jammed up his nose as he hit the ground. He's taking his base running advice from Marcell Ozuna. He did almost the same thing. Belly flopped and then almost went ass over tea kettle over the base. Now they're finally showing that view that I was referring to. I'm pretty sure he's safe, and I haven't seen anything pops up saying they're challenging it. You only have 30 seconds to challenge it, so you can't just because of this injury, you can't wait. It looks like there's no challenge. But once again, if Hayes applies the tag and holds the tag, as they're being taught nowadays because of instant replay, Harris comes off that base, but he grabs it with his foot as he goes by and hooks his foot onto the base. Meanwhile, Hayes was spinning around looking at first to see where Ozzie was. So the Braves are on the board. Eli White comes to the plate facing the tough right-hander, and Jared Kelenic nowhere to be seen. First pitch on the way is inside. Just want to know. What if anybody's going to have the stones in the Braves country reporting to ask Snicker post-game, why did you not pinch run Kelenic? The 1-0 pops it up. High back behind home plate. And just out of play, 1-1. Because I would just like to see that theory. Because if you ask him about pinch hitting with Eli, he can come up with some bogus, well, we like the matchup, blah, blah, blah. But you can't give a serious answer and say, well, we thought that Marcell Ozuna is a much better base runner than Jared Kelenic. Sam Mole is warming up in the pen, the left-hander. We've got another right-hander warming up as the 1-1 swing and a miss, 1-2. Trying to figure out who that was, but they didn't have it up very long. Almost looked like it might have been Luis May, but I couldn't get the jersey number. The 1-2. Inside, runner goes, throw down to second. Ozzie's got that base stolen, and now you've got the tying run standing at third base. How about that? Good base running by the Wiz. The 2-2 count. Eli digs in, the pitch. Swing! Fouls it away. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Pejan has thrown 16 pitches, given up 1 run. There's 2 on, and he's not recorded an out. So that's why Tito has the bullpen working. The 2-2. Fouls it back. We'll do it again. On deck is Luke Williams. don't think they would venture pinch hitting for him. There's a way around it, but it hasn't been tested this year. The 2-2. Below the knees, caught looking, strike 3. Eli White once again comes up snake eyes, 1 down. In theory, you could pinch hit Kelenic for Williams and put Eli White at short because he was practicing shortstop and second base during the spring. But we haven't seen it this year, and you're in the 109th game of the year. I don't think that's where you see it now. Luke Williams takes a first swing, hammers that ball to left field, going back on the track, catching it at the wall. That'll score a run, and the Braves make it 3-2. Luke Williams almost left the yard. I think if that wind's not there, Luke Williams gets himself a home run and the Braves have the lead. But instead, the wind knocks it down, and the Braves have cut it to a 1-run lead.
Hitting? Not about muscle. It's simple physics. Calculate the velocity V in relation to the trajectory T, in which G, gravity, of course, remains a constant.
They're showing
Not complicated.
Sean Murphy, not only was he on your screens, the first pitch to Profar, dribbles it, and that'll end the game. Terrible at bat by Profar with the game on the line and a pitcher on the ropes, and he swings at the first off-speed pitch off the plate. And the Braves lose a tough one, 3-2. Once again, Jerickson Profar's not a lead-off batter. We'll be back tomorrow night, 7:15 first pitch. But right now, we're jumping over for the doubleheader. We'll see you on the other side at the other link. Braves lose a tough one, 3-2. We'll have to have a minute or so to let the dogs out and everything, and then we'll jump right back in.